All right, man, the big night's going down. Versus, man, you got Dipset versus the Locks. And
Yes.
we got our good friend, weatherman Jim Jones, in the building, man. What's up, bro?
Ain't nothing, man. I'm up early with y'all today. Y'all kind of disturbed my sleep.
Oh no.
We woke you up.
Well, we're so excited about this versus battle. This has been one of the most anticipated ones. And let me tell you something. The best part for me, since it hasn't happened yet, is you and Styles going back and forth on social media. Y'all are making it fun and different, bringing something else to versus. Who started? Was it Styles or was it you?
Probably was me like usual. I'm always yeah, shout out to Styles. I mean, it's a great platform, great opportunity. Hip hop is built on competition, camaraderie, and we lost a lot of that element. And just being able to do this versus, I figured with the friendship that me and Styles had, like above all, the Locks and Dipset are family. We've known each other for over 20 years. We
Right.
started in the game with them, me and Cam in '97 and '96. So we've been in this game with them for a long time. So for us to both be here, being able to headline in Madison Square Garden is such a big platform that it's finna be showcased all around the world, probably in Mars to the Martians. So it just feels dope, man. We from Harlem, you know, you ain't got to cross no bridges or nothing to get to Madison Square Garden. So this is a dream sequence for us, even though we all probably touched the stage in the Garden before, but none of us have headlined in this capacity. So this is monumental for both sides. I mean, you get in this game as a kid from New York, especially as an artist, in Madison Square Gardens, one of the venues that you dream about playing at,
That's
like
right.
being a Knicks player. So it's very dope for us.
And
But sorry for the Locks. We gonna read a eulogy tomorrow on stage.
oh,
Oh, man.
I heard y'all gonna have the pull-up bar on stage and all that. You gonna be doing all that up there.
We gonna, we gonna have some fun though. I'm very excited. I can't say that.
And I'm gonna ask my last question because I gotta get out of here. But they're gonna still be here. But Madison Square Garden, like you said, that's one of the biggest platforms in the world. And I did hear one rumor though. I heard that you can't get into Madison Square Garden unless you're vaccinated. Now, are you vaccinated? And is that rumor true?
Me myself, I am not vaccinated. But I haven't been in contact with anybody with COVID in the last 72 hours either. So I believe that's pretty good. But I do believe that the rules, if you want to participate in this venue or even a boxing match, that you do have to be vaccinated. So I pray that everybody who's vaccinated comes out. I'm not forcing anybody to get vaccinated, not to come see me. It's not worth it. You heard? I'm just a small person on this totem pole. And that's a decision that you need to sit down and really think about. Not saying it's right or wrong. For everybody, it's different choices, but make sure you make the right choice and not let this concert be the reason why you said you want to get a vaccination just to see Jim Jones and Styles P go at it. It's not worth it.
Word. Well, yo, have a good interview, Lo. We'll catch
Okay,
you in a few.
bye.
Yo,
All right.
Good
and
luck tomorrow. I'm gonna be watching, and I'm rooting for you. Don't tell Styles.
yo, but it's legit one of those verses where the culture wins. And I gotta say, like, you know, when it comes to like hardcore hip hop, the Locks and Dipset are one of the few groups that actually bring women out too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was actually shocked to find out how big of a Dipset fan Angie Ange was.
That's right. I mean, Dipset was that was the soundtrack. If you went, I was in college when Dipset Diplomatic Immunity was out. So Howard University, when Jewels came for one of our homecomings, like Dipset has always been a big part of our culture growing up, like especially, like I said, my college years in general, which is why I was like, okay, when you perform at Madison Square Garden, give us a little idea of what type of performance, because y'all also got a couple dance steps. Y'all got a little two-step going on. I always wanted my Dipset chain because I felt like an honorary member. Okay, when Golden Boy would bring y'all to DC, Howard Homecoming, like it was real. So, like, tell us a little bit about the type of show that Dipset's going to bring to the stage for people who weren't around during when you guys were really just outside all over, in these clubs at these homecomings.
It's definitely going to be a lot of energy. We've been through a lot of different eras and we set a lot of different trends throughout the years. So we definitely want to give the people a glimpse of all of those things. I don't know if we could put so much within 20 records, but we definitely being creative about how we approach the situation. And yeah, Howard Homecoming were one of the one of the more fun things to do when we were coming up. We definitely
Yes.
was excited anytime we got invited to Howard Homecoming. Definitely,
Yes.
definitely a great time in Howard. But yeah, we're going to give you all the Dipset classics, all the Dipset energy that you used to. Might slip in a couple dance moves, who knows? But
Gotta
one thing
do
you did
that.
say right is there are a lot of females that enjoy this type of music, which always been a mind blower for me. So it's definitely
It
gonna be
was the
proud.
voicemails on the record. I remember I used to have the CDs and we would play it. It was the girls that would be on the voicemail. Like
Jimmy.
those were
Jimmy.
it was so much fun back then. But I'm really looking forward to it, and you know we miss you. Are you guys also going to do some of your individual stuff? Like, can we expect that we fly high and you know any of that coming as well?
There's definitely gonna be a mashup of all type of music,
Okay.
Dipset music to each other's solo hits. To it's about bringing the best, putting your best foot forward, and we all have incredible music, and we just trying to make sure that we do it right, like a pot of gumbo.
Word. Now, is this a setup for something bigger, like post verses? Like, will there be like a Dipset tour before we get forced to go back in the house again? Will there be a project? Like, you know, what comes after this?
I can't say that. Am I supposed to say it? Fuck it, they gonna have to find me, assuming. There's a Dipset and Locks tour slated for September.
Hell yes. I'm gonna
I'm
get my
don't,
Averex ready.
don't say I said it though.
I ain't waiting telling nobody. We'll say Cam said it.
Do you ever listen back to some of the records, like you know, where because you did a lot of the talking on the records, you were the chief koofy smacker. It was like you had to be the one that you were the muscles and the brains of the operation. So, do you ever listen back to any of the old Dipset stuff and think like, damn, what was I on right there? Like, ever think like, dang, that set off something crazy.
I was
Like,
high. I was high a lot of the times. I didn't know
okay,
what the hell I was doing. As I look back and listen to some of my music, I cringe at some of the stuff I was saying. I couldn't believe I was. I just was a nut when I was younger. But it was it was a time and place for everything, and I do believe at that time of my life, some of these things were warranted. You know.
I mean, you've come a long way lyrically from the Confessions of Fire album. I must say, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never thought that guy would turn into the guy that we see before us. Like, I mean, I saw a couple weeks ago that, you know, you and Conway were going back and forth on this whole bar for bar thing. And I
Yeah.
know you put all your energy in the verses. Where are we at with that?
Oh,
Because
no,
I'm really interested to see that battle.
we're gonna get back to putting Conway in the headlock in 2 seconds. Let me finish Styles P off real quick. Let me get him out the way, and then we're gonna get right back to Conway for anybody talking slick when it comes to Capo. We're not playing with nobody.
you
Can't
also
wait to
have like
see it.
such a great business sense, like in terms of development, developing artists, developing like the new music. You always have been able to kind of move in as the music moves. You don't just stay in wherever you're comfortable. Like you're constantly a part of how hip hop continues to move. So right now, is there any young boys that you listen to or that you're a part of that you're working with that you really feel good about what their future looks like?
I mean, there's a slew of artists that I'm working right now. I just did a Bird Gang developmental deal with E1 Dice Peso. He's probably leading the bunch right now with all the work he's been putting in. I look forward to seeing him elevate in this game. I got a young artist by the name of Yellow Tape. She's absolutely out of this world. We got Keen, we got Glit. I mean, there's definitely a few artists I've been concentrating on. I have a couple artists on West Coast. We got Daz, we got Salah. I'm always working when it comes to the artists. I'm always trying to find the next artist, trying to help artists get to where I'm at and even further. That's one of the easier things for me to do in this game is to help people. So you
Yeah,
get
because
help. You
especially
get,
with cancel culture right now, the way it is, we seeing stuff with the baby and things like that. A lot of times I look at what's happening with artists and it's like, well, where's the development that would have taught them how to deal with that? And I'm sure there are a lot of things that, like, again, you go back to the Dipset days, some of the things that no one blinked twice about, people today would be up in arms about. So do you also coach them in terms of like how they should respond and just how to maneuver through the new age of hip hop when you've got social media and so many voices talking back?
I mean, my artists are pretty much very close to me. They get to be around me a lot. So the best coaching I could do is coaching by my experiences, and they see how I handle myself and I move through the streets of this industry. And I expect them to do the same thing, and not to mention all the tutelage that I give them about this wicked game and things like that. And that's just for my group of people. Artist development used to be a part of record companies. They don't have artist development anymore. So artists are just getting out here, getting a bunch of money and running straight into the wall. And I don't blame them for that. But this is a tricky game. Things that you said it right. Things that we once can say, now you get penalized for. And it's just not just with rap, it's with comedians, it's with everything and things like that. Everybody has seemed to lost the tough skin that we once had coming up in our society and things like that. And it's kind of crazy to see that. And yeah, we should be sensitive to certain things, but at the same time, there's a thing called freedom of speech, and that's what this country is built on. And cancel culture is kind of crazy when they feel like they need to cancel somebody and everybody jumps on the bandwagon. People are more worried about bad things going on than they worried about good things going on. And what going on with Baby, man? You know, I pray that whole thing get turned around. Baby is a great artist. Sometimes we misunderstood. Sometimes we don't know how to articulate ourselves where people can understand what we're trying to. You know what I mean? So this is a lot, man. I think that we should help people more than we should hurt people. You dig? If we see somebody out there doing something wrong, we need to pull their coattails to it and tell them how to fix that situation so they can get back into society and get back into moving. Baby's a great artist. I know these kids out there love him and things like that. I think the people that are condemning him need to have a conversation with him and see it's something that they can meet at a medium, because he is a big voice out here. The kids listen to him. No matter what, if he says something wrong or he says something right. You dig? So they need to use him as an advocate for these kids to see. You dig? And if somebody like him can figure out a situation from what he's in right now, then the kids can see how to move a little bit smarter from their situations when they get into something like that. You know what I mean? But that's just me. Don't let what I say get out there, because they might take a blurb of it and misconstrue it, and then Jim Jones is on cancel culture. I don't want to be a part of that.
You don't want to be a part of that.
It happens
I want to
quickly.
be a part of the solution, and all I'm talking about is good energy and trying to find a solution. That's it, people. Don't put me in a box of nothing. I'm not saying anything is right or anything is wrong. I'm just saying that sometimes we need to pull a person's coattail to what the matter is before we actually put them in the garbage. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. Well, yo, it goes down for the culture. Live on Triller, live on Verzuz IG Live, man.
Going
Locks
down.
versus Dipset is going all the way
down.
down. Now, what kind of, people like to dress up sometimes for Verzuz, even if they're not attending in person?
If you're from New York, you better put on your Sunday's dress and you better act like it's Easter on Tuesday. You better have it on like Gucci Man said. You better have that shit on. You heard?
Yo, they getting ready to kill him, man. It's going down. One time for Jim Jones, man. Yo, stay dripped out, man. Appreciate the convo as always. And man, thank y'all for continuing to feed the culture, bro.
Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.
We are the Morning Hustle.